You wanna smoke me? Do I look good to you? You know you like this. Come on. Just put me in your bowl. Or your bong. And just smoke me. Come on. You know you wanna smoke me. Mm-hmm. Oh, smoky. Smoky, smoky. Smoke me. Smoke me. Smoke me. Come on. Smoke me. You know you wanna smoke me. Smoke me. Smoke, 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 smoke me. Smoke me.
Hello, hello. Oh, it is kind of dark in here, though.
Well,
Oh, I forgot to turn the light on.
and I need that battery.
Yeah, no, just turn the light on. Just click it. I got my technical expert over here helping. There we go. That give us a little bit of light in here.
Up or down?
No, you're good. It's good. It's good. Hey, everybody. How are you tonight? Welcome to my first live back out of Facebook. And I don't know if I can see any Facebook comments, so I'm going to go look it up on my phone real quick. Just turn the sound all the way down. All right, sweet. Well, wherever you're watching at, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe, turn on the notifications, and then you'll get notifications over here on YouTube. Tonight, we're going to talk about soil. Well, soil amendments, to be exact. Let me share this screen with you. I don't think making a large screen is going to help. All right. Well, there are 5 major things that you need to add to soil to have really happy plants. And the top 5 things that you want to add are biochar, gypsum, green sand, azomite, and worm castings. We're going to go over each one of those. So the first one being biochar. Oh, I can't move this. Aha. How about we just go to the shop and hit on this biochar. There's the picture of it. The biochar that I recommend is from Third Eye Organics. They worked really, really hard to get their biochar to be absolutely perfect. If you take just the tiniest amount of biochar in your hand, like a 1/16 of a teaspoon of biochar in your hand, there's more surface area on that than there is going all the way across the United States. There's like 3,000 miles of actual surface area on that living biochar. And that's a home for all your microbes. It's one thing to add your recharge and your microbe teas and your flower stack. It's one thing to add all those microbes, but if they don't have a place to make a home, they don't last for very long. And the biochar is a perfect place for them to make their home. And the living biochar from TE Organics comes with microbes already installed in all the little apartments. And all you need to do is get them wet and wake them up. Yeah, biochar is actually wood that's heated, not burned, but heated to the intensity that it becomes char. And it's not the same as charcoal. It's wood when you've seen where it's not burned, but it's turned to charcoal. It has to be raised to a certain temperature. And then it's inoculated with all of the wonderful little microbes. or sometimes it's not. You can buy biochar that is inoculated or biochar that is not. If it's not, then you need to make your own little living microbe soup and soak it in there. Yeah, it's a very, very, very good additive. The biochar is one that's the number one. If you can't get nothing else on this list, get the biochar. The next one on this list is going to be gypsum. And there's a company, kelpforless.com, that I used to use when I was commercial growing because it has really, really good prices in bulk. And the prices aren't too bad in the smaller packages either. So you could check out Kelp for Less. And they have any kind of organic amendment that you could think of. But I do like their gypsum powder. Now, the granular gypsum is better for like field usage where you want it to break down really slow. But the gypsum powder is available a lot quicker. It's a good source of a lot of trace minerals. 22% calcium, 18% sulfur. Gypsum is 97% calcium sulfate. So it's a much more readily, easily available form of calcium that doesn't take a long time to get to the plant. Another thing that I want to add so that I can get, oh, they don't even have it here. I'll have to search it somewhere else. Well, I'll just explain it. Another thing that I want to make sure that I add is green sand. Green sand is made from, I think it's volcanic glass sand from millions of years ago. But it contains like all the trace elements, like 70 different trace elements. So it takes care of a whole bunch of cool stuff. And the same as, no, that's the azomite. The azomite comes from a specific spot in Utah. And it has 70 trace minerals. The green sand, let me look it up real quick. So the green sand is going to be full of silica. And it's from ancient marine organisms that broke down. It's sediments from ancient marine animals. So it has a lot of minerals inside of it that are really, really good for your plants. See, they find it in places New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia. The remnants of freshwater marine environments that date back to the late Cretaceous period. I'm looking for something else that might say what is in it, but none of these descriptions quickly do. And then the azomite. The azomite is almost the next most essential. Do the biochar, do the azomite. And the last one that we're going to talk about is essential no matter what. I don't even think it should be on the 5 additives list because I think it should just already be in your repertoire. If you're doing any kind of soil gardening, you need to have that anyway. But the azomite is a very unique mineral product, and it will take care of any mineral deficiency that your plants have. So, people just add the NPK, and especially if they're not adding some of those micronutrients, they'll start to see deficiencies that they think are part of the NPK. Plants are yellowing on the tips, and they're going to think that it's nitrogen when actually it's iron or boron. We do need to make sure that we get all of those in their small little tiny trace amounts. Let me go back over here.
Rose wants to know if you could have gypsum after you amend your soil.
Yes, so all of these things can be mixed together and then put to existing plants. You just break it up and put it into the top 2 inches of soil. Now, if you've got roots that are really close, all you have to do is just add 2 inches of soil to the top of it. There is thank you, Hood Billy. There is BOGO tonight. It's scrolling across the bottom. There's BOGO till midnight. Since I'm doing a live stream on every time I go live on YouTube, I do the BOGO. And then the next BOGO that's coming up will be our Black Friday sale. And on Black Friday, I'll be putting up some new strains. The new orange portal back crosses will be dropping on Black Friday. Cheers, staggering. Now that fourth, the fifth and final element that you need to put in was worm castings. It's biochar, gypsum, green sand, azomite, and worm castings. Worm castings being not even need to be on the list. It should be beyond number one. If you had to put them in order, I would put them in order of worm castings, then biochar, then gypsum, then azomite, then green sand. That's the order. If you can only get two, get worm castings and biochar. If you can only get three, get worm castings, biochar, and gypsum. If you can get them all, get the azomite and the green sand. Those can be amended to existing soils. They can be mixed in to make a soil mix. They can be sprinkled across your lawn. It's good for all sorts of gardening, not just cannabis, but it's just the building blocks, basics of the biochemistry that has to be there to do organic gardening. Perlite is an inert. Perlite doesn't have any kind of nutrition to it at all. And azomite is 70 different minerals taken from the Cretaceous ocean floor. Yeah, biochar and worm castings are the first two most important. The worm castings alone, if you can only do one. Once you add the biochar, it's going to kick your game up for sure. And then each one of these ingredients can help you improve your yields and your size of your plants, the health of your plants, and keep them healthier longer. All of them are going to yellow out and look like they're dying when they're in late flower because they cannibalize themselves. That's going to happen. If you didn't get any kind of a fade, then that means you fed it way too much, way too long. And you'll probably have a smoke that burns a little bit darker with a little chunkier ash, and it'll be a little bit harsher, and you may be tending more toward a little bit of a hay smell. The hay smell comes from chlorophyll. And if you can get all the chlorophyll to fade out before you actually harvest, you have a much better chance of having something really smelling good. This one smells amazing.
This one.
Can you overuse mycorrhizae? Yes, you can. So mycorrhizae is the fungus, and then there's the other side, which is like the azos, all the bacteria. So you need to balance your fungus to bacteria. If you have too much fungus, your soil pH will be really high. If you have too much bacteria, your soil pH will be really low. You need a balance, and the balance is about 60-40 or 65-35. And you want a little more fungus than you have bacteria. So when you're adding fungus and bacteria, if you add too much, you'll throw off the balance, you'll throw off the pH.
Sean, Rosa, and Linda, do you have a question? Yes, this.
I don't. That why azomite is opposed to perlite. Yeah, because perlite doesn't have anything in it. Perlite's inert. If you want something to hold just air and water, and this helps too, it's not as good as biochar, but pumice is what you use instead of perlite. And you use pumice instead of perlite just because it's much better for the planet, and it's much better for the soil, and you only have to use it once. It doesn't break down. And you can get it in nicer size, bigger pieces. If you're using a hydro-based system and you want to utilize, so you can utilize some organic things in your hydro-based system. And it turns out that cocoa and rock wool, if you want to make sure that you're going to get more microbes to stick around, in hydro, you just add them with every feeding because you know that they're going to die and they're not going to be there. So you just add new ones all the time. If you want them to stick around, then you need to build some habitat for them and use ones that are still okay with salts. It's not, salt doesn't kill your microbiology. The planet is covered in mostly salt water, in case you didn't know, and lots of stuff lives in it. So it's okay that there's salt in the salt nutrients. Don't think that just because you're hydroponic that the salts are going to kill off all the living stuff, because we all came from the ocean. We were salt. We got salt water in us. We got salt in us too. Just, lick your skin. I'm a little salty today. Yeah, Rose. Well, the biochar is something you're going to want to mix throughout the soil or onto the top. And it's some of it is finely powdered. It's little chunks, but there's powders of it too. And we're talking about on a microscopic level. So even a piece of biochar dust has a million places in it for a little critter to live. So you can actually water in the finer biochar and work the chunks in from the top. Aquaculture, hydroponics, it does work. However, there are a lot of drawbacks to it because the fish cannot live at the same conditions that the plants need. So you have to have an extra tank to condition it for the plants and an extra tank to condition the return for the fish. So if you want to do the true recirculating aquaponics, you need lots of extra tanks. You need a tank for the fish, a pre-tank for the plants, a tank for the plants, a pre-tank for the fish, so that it goes and because when it's good for the plants, it's not good for the fish, and it needs to be conditioned. Plus, you'll have to add some things to it. Fish poop does not have everything it takes to grow a plant. Worm poop comes closer than fish poop. But fish poop is still going to be missing some trace elements and micronutrients that you're not going to get. And you run the risk with fish of getting heavy metals. So anytime you're using a lot of fish emulsion, you got to watch where you're getting where the fish are coming from, and make sure you're using good reputable brands that are tested well. And even then, they come up with batches that test hot. There's a lot of heavy metals in our waters now. That's just a thing with fish, especially with sea fish. Let me see if I can get to the Facebook comments. Oh, it says there's only 2 people.
I can't even figure out how to get there.
The Facebook one doesn't look like it's worked.
I don't think it did.
All right. Let me see if I can do something to fix that.
Hello, Sherry. Hello, Wendy.
No.
Hello.
So
Steve.
nobody can watch the Facebook one because it's set to only me, and it does not let me change that. So that's something that I'm going to have to figure out how to change. Well, that sucks. I'm sorry. And I sent out an invite to all kinds of people. All right. But definitely the worm castings number 1, biochar number 2. The reason that the gypsum is number 3 is because cannabis is such a calcium-loving plant. And that extra calcium really, really helps with your microbial activity as well. And then the green sand and the azomite are strictly for mineral content, for minerals that you can't get anywhere else. And just because, so here's an example. 100 years ago, they didn't think plants needed any nutrients. So once that nutrient industry was created and they came up with the N, the P, and the K, they don't really know what's required by plants in small amounts. So it's better to have the buffet variety of every mineral that you can imagine there. And that way you're not missing a trace mineral in order to make turps, like the sulfur. And that's another reason that I like to use the gypsum, is because it's calcium sulfate and it contains that sulfur and helps with building turps. Hex clad in stainless steel.
You don't cook with
Crushed eggshells for calcium works, but it takes 6 months for them to start breaking down. So you need to do them 6 months before you want the plant to get any of that calcium. Yeah, Linda, get yourself a cast iron skillet, and that will increase your iron a whole bunch.
She might not have a cast iron skillet, but she grows some good ones.
Epsom salt, Jaybird, helps a whole lot because it is magnesium. I think it's magnesium sulfate. And the magnesium is kind of like a universal currency for plant nutrients. If a plant has enough magnesium, it can trade it for other mobile nutrients within the soil. It can trade it. If it doesn't have enough magnesium, then it doesn't have like any extra cash in its pocket. Iron in the water is good to you up to a certain amount. Lots of things are no good after you get too much of them. And some things are no good at tiny amounts, like arsenic. But arsenic is a naturally occurring in the soil element on our elemental table, so we have to deal with it. There's Clayton. I invited an extra special guest. Let's see if he jumps in. Linda says, I don't need any extra iron. Yeah. But people do become anemic as they get older. And women are especially prone to becoming anemic even when they're young. And there are certain plants that are susceptible to being anemic, that are very, very sensitive to iron deficiency. There are some strains that can handle it with very little. But because we've been cultivating indoors for so many years and for so long and spoon feeding them, they've gotten very bougie, a few. Some of the more famous indoor strains are very, very bougie. So I try to select for the ones that are really hardy, that'll do well outside, that'll do well in a greenhouse, that'll do well no matter what you do to them, and whether you feed them or not, you'll still get something really good to smoke on.
Right.
Unfortunately, Tom should scoot over here. Here, Tom. Come on in here.
I don't need to be.
Unfortunately, we got some of the harvest here, and we can't use it because
We got shit to do.
it prevents us from doing anything at all. It's one of those strains, or maybe two of them. I don't know. They're all orange portal crosses, and we'll have to try to. We've eliminated one that we think we can function on so far.
Well,
But
pretty bad when we only smoked one joint out of a couple, and we can't.
we couldn't move. I woke up the next day. I
I
was so
quit.
groggy. That's good, Linda. I'm glad you're still healthy.
We're going to the dispensary afterwards so I can get some smokable weed.
But if there's only one additive you can use, and you don't have to be an organic grower, you can be using regular nutrient lines and bottled nutrients, any kind of nutrients that you want to use. Most of the stuff that I have around is all organic, but the one of the best things that you can use is the worm castings.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the balloon booster from Pork Chop, the Pinnacle Max. Pork Chops has also some amazing worm castings. But I promised a special guest tonight, and we have one here in the background, and they're going to have the absolute authority, because you need to go to somebody that has a lot of knowledge on the subject that you're trying to learn. And I don't have the most knowledge on this, but biochar is this man's life for the longest time. So welcome TEO Organics, Clayton, to the house. Hey, Clayton.
So, Clayton.
Hi, Nancy. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So I'm trying to let people know that if they want to start doing, organic gardening, that there's 5 things that are really beneficial for them to add to their soil. Everybody wants to add something. Everybody wants to help their plants. The 5 things in the order that I think they're most important. So if you can only get one, get the first one. Is worm castings, biochar, gypsum, green sand, and azomite.
Perfect.
Just to make sure if you want to cover all your bases. But biochar is probably, it should be at the top of the list, but it's better if you have some worm castings in your soil if you don't have anything else.
100%. That's why we add. There's worm castings in our biochar mix.
Nice. So yeah, I wanted you to come on, talk about biochar. Where does it come from? How is it made? What makes it a difference in whether you've gotten activated or non-activated?
For sure. So biochar is carbon. Biochar is processed in a limited oxygen machine. It's a limited oxygen burner. It's called a pyrolysis machine, and it actually reduces the wood to carbon without losing the carbon. Like in a fire, when the smoke, you see the smoke and the black smoke and whatnot go up, you're losing carbon. This machine traps all the carbon. So it makes like little apartments for your microbes. Every good soil starts out with microbial life. So, like after a forest fire, the fallen and the burnt roots and whatnot, they lay on the ground for the next year or so. They collect different nutrients out of the rain that falls. Um, Also collect nutrients from dying vegetation nearby. During that process, that first year or so, microbes will start moving back in and colonizing the carbon. As they're doing that, they're also processing those nutrients, making kind of starting over after a forest fire. So making more of those nutrients available for the plants and the seedlings that are trying to grow back from the burn.
Yeah, after a fire, things grow amazing.
Yes, and there's a reason. There's different biochars, and I'm glad we did have those talks about that, because I get a lot of phone calls because there's a lot of other biochars out there right now, and there's a lot of DIYs, and I'm not saying don't go and try and make your own biochar.
I'm not gonna try it. I know what's entailed. So Sean puts biochar, fruit and vegetable peels, basalt, gypsum, glacial dust, mycorrhizae. His biggest question is, how many times can a batch of soil be reused? And it's good forever. And the more you add to it, the better it will get over time. The only thing that I recommend, Sean, is that you stop tilling it, and don't dump it out and mix it all up and pull your roots out. Start doing the no-till method, where you just leave it in the pot and lasagna, put layers on it.
Yep, I had biochar. You can. I mean, it kind of depends on what you're growing. It's obviously we're talking cannabis, but I mean, as far as if you're in raised beds, if you're in 3-gallon pots, if you're in 10-gallon pots, once you've got to a 10-gallon or above pot, there's no reason to dump that out. Re-amend it. I do a thing called biochar plant spikes. I like to re-amend that way. I've done the lasagna layer. I love that also. It's kind of, once you learn how to use the carbon, there's so many different ways and it never goes away. So there's no reason, like our grade of biochar from the analytics that we get on the raw carbon, that carbon will be here for like 2,000 years. That size, that grade. It's not like a good or
Right.
bad. It's, I mean,
Yeah, the biochar is something you really only have to do once. And if you can build a good soil, you don't have to add worm casting tea all the time. You don't have to add back microbes. They're just in there. Once you get a good
No.
system growing, you don't want to overload it or throw off the balance. But balance is key. And so if your plants are, say, for instance, using all of the nitrogen you put on, but not all of the phosphorus that you put out, and you put the same amount every year, eventually you will end up with an excess of phosphorus that actually locks out the nitrogen you were trying to give it in the first place.
yes, and that's where like soil testing, if you're in raised beds or if you're using pots indoors over and over and over, eventually it's worth the money to spend $100 and get a soil test done if you're going to reuse your soil, because just like what you said right there, when I go to re-amend the soil for the next run, I'm going to probably plant spike it. I plant spike for a couple runs before I dump all my soil back into a big batch and have it tested. Because you're right.
Right.
If you add the same
You can,
nutrients
yeah,
over and
cut
over,
them at soil level, Sean, and it really does not take very long at all for those roots to decompose. In the auto pots that I'm using, they're like a 4-ish gallon pot. They're not as big as a 5-gallon bucket, but they're bigger than a 3-gallon pot. The roots in there, they break down really quickly. By the time that you replant and the second set grows, the first set's gone. You might be left with just the stump, the very little stump, but they pull right out and they mush right up. There's nothing left of them.
yeah. I may cut the stump out, but I've done 100-gallon pots where I do 6 plants in them, and the very next round I plant right next to that stump.
Yeah, I just scoot over. I just don't plant on the stump. And then the next time you plant, that stump's not even there.
Yeah.
You can go back to that spot.
Yeah. But that is a good thing. Yes, you can reuse soil over and over. I don't throw soil away. There's no reason to. But if you follow, say, Decine 420 and you nail it all the way through week 9, and then you think you're going to nail that again, you're right. Some strains aren't going to eat as much phosphorus. Some strains are going to eat more nitrogen. Some strains, so you're going to get a buildup. So
well,
yeah,
with cannabis farmers, it's the same with any farmers. Farmers rotate their crops, but their crops all have different nutrient needs, and different varieties of different crops have different nutrient needs. The purple variety has a different nutrient profiling need than the green variety. And I'm talking grapes now, not just cannabis.
Little light.
How are you?
Good.
You should come in and say hello.
Hello.
The camera's right over there.
Right there. Says, let me see it. There you go. You can see it right there.
Let's see. Hi.
Hey, you made it in your corner.
Awesome. Live show.
Yeah, we're out here at the bazaar, at the Holiday Bazaar in Norman, having a good time, Clayton.
I was busy cutting, cut some wood down, wind damage.
What's your opinion on a 100-gallon bag in a 4x4
Dan will help me.
tent?
What am I doing?
You can throw a raised bed in there. I have no problem with that.
We're gonna try this.
Yeah, you might have to deal with humidity, so I would recommend a cover crop to keep your humidity down.
I would too.
If you're doing a 4x4 bed in a tent, your humidity's really gonna spike.
I lied.
They're working on my
Underneath-
door. No, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
This is my real life. I'll mute myself for a minute.
underneath underneath those 100-gallon pots, you know what I do with those? And I did them in the greenhouse the last 2 years because I did the 200-gallon pots. Is the pool noodles, you know, like you get at the Dollar General. Those work perfect underneath because they actually make the bottom of your bag do this, almost like it's perforated, but it's not. And it allows airflow underneath your pot. Just a little a clue in. That's I've done. I do Nerf. I do those Nerf bars underneath my pots because they get them up off the floor.
We use 4x4 plastic pallets. They work really good. And then you can take them out of there and spray them off and bleach them down.
Yeah. And that's what's crazy is those Nerf things, those Nerf noodles, even with nutrients, even with some grows that I helped set up, and they use a lot of bottled salts and nutrients, and the bags are all white.
I like a few of them.
Nothing is on those pool noodles when we move them.
Do they all put you in the
It's-
couch?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what kind of
They're antimicrobial and anti.
I want the one
Nothing
you
sticks
shared.
to them because they're meant to be in that chlorine, so they've got some kind of coating where nothing can crystallize.
Which one were we
I've
scared
never
of?
seen a mold in them.
That's one, and one of these small ones, not this one. One of these small ones, I think it's this one, the sour orange.
Sam and I want to put it to the test.
It's one of these two. It might be this one. And we didn't smoke very much of this one at all.
Well, I'll try a little of that one too.
Dude.
All right.
All right.
One of the things
I'm gonna go end my day.
knocked on, man, it's a day record. Yeah, it will end your day. Poor Tom said he wouldn't smoke no more of my weed. And I'm like, but wait, it's not always like that. Like the THCV was really uplifting and energetic, and I think that's what I had right before he came. So he wasn't really expecting the narcotic effects.
Nah, put me right out.
Oh, I hope everything's going good, Texas Gypsy. And I hope you get out of the hospital real soon.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, so I got the I got the biochar up here.
Weed. Nancy wants to know what I was smoking. Weed.
Cannabis.
We don't know because some of them lost their tags, but one was the Orange Diamonds, Orange Portal Cross. And actually, these are the ones that didn't get pollinated that we just saved.
That's what I was going to do.
It's my backup plan.
But yeah, Clayton, let them know what products are available on your website. I got to turn my mic off for a minute while they do the construction.
Be right back.
So our website is TEO Organics with an X, TOorganics.com. And you know, we offer 1 gallon, half gallon, living biochar, fully inoculated, bone meal, shrimp, kelp, alfalfa, argonite, the glacier silt, everything, worm castings, living microbes, fish emulsion. There's a few other goodies in there. You'll have to pick one up to read the bag, though. And I've been doing this for a little over 15 years. And I've grown thousands and thousands and thousands of plants with it. We have a whole TO grow kit that you can grow your 6 plants from start to finish. We make teas. I make a vegetative grow tea, and then we make a flowering tea. And you can use, there's 4 bags in each one, and each bag makes upwards of 20 gallons of water. So you can get through your veg, and you can get through your flower. We also breed bugnetics, is what we call them. It's a 3-in-1 soil beneficial. So there's predatory nematodes, living microbes, and a hybrid springtail that I work
Yeah,
with.
that's your next level. After you've learned how to amend your soil properly, you want to add all the little critters that are going to recycle and eat up all that wonderful stuff that you just added and make it plants available.
100%. And when you're growing organic, you're not flushing. So even when you're done growing, the bugs are still in there doing what they're supposed to be doing. They'll help break down those old roots. The bugnetics, we use those in everything from compost piles to some big operations that we work with. They do dump out their bags in a giant pile in one of the end rooms, and they just add 3 or 4 bags. I mean, it's a lot of soil. You don't need that much. One bag does your whole run. But they just keep adding to that soil. And, the more beneficials, you can't have enough beneficials in the soil because they're like the springtails, they're like the janitor of the soil. They can process
Let me
more
give it
than
one more.
Whack-a-mooning.
Yep. Sorry, it was kind of choppy. I couldn't hear you.
Now we're doing construction over here.
Oh, okay.
Fixing,
Okay. I didn't
fixing the door so that the door will shut.
I think the bottom popped back out. Actually.
I think you might, pop the bottom out a little bit.
One more whack on the bottom and I'll quit while I'm ahead.
You're currently running 4 25-gallon pots. Flood the floor with 5 gallons of living water, 5 gallons of water. Yeah. Should last you a couple of days depending on your environment. Obviously, you got the temperature controlled. Yeah, we rock fish shit. I usually use fish shit. I add some in just about every watering. We make a living soil too, but it's
We're going to
still-
tear
I-
little nuts loose.
Let me see you later real quick.
We just got the door fixed.
fixed.
There you go. We just got the door fixed, so we can turn little nugs loose. Oh, it closed. Did you hear that door shut? That's the first time that it's shut since I've been here. They just came and fixed it, but there was a lot of drilling and banging, and I had to turn the sound off for a minute.
And I can hear you now.
There's no objection to clover as a cover crop at all, at all.
My 150, 200-gallon pots, they get clovered a couple times a year.
In a 100-gallon bag, Sean, the difference between right now you only water on Sunday and Wednesday. When you go from the 25-gallon to one big 100-gallon, you're probably only going to water one of those days. Probably Sunday will be good enough. It's gonna hold the water longer. The more soil you have, the longer it holds it. So a solo cup, you might gotta water even twice a day if it's too hot in there. But those little bitty pods, they'll dry out in hours. But 100 gallons, you should be good for a week. 5 days at the least. You're not going to be watering twice a week again. It'll be at least 5 to 7 days before the 100 gallons needs water again.
Yeah, when I'm in the greenhouse with the 100 gallons, I water twice a week, but I'm outside and I'm in a greenhouse. So it could be
he's going to be in a
100.
tent. So in a tent, you're going to definitely be retaining more of the moisture.
Yep.
More volume in a concentrated area. So moisture loss is related to 2 different things. There's going to be surface area evaporation, and there's going to be plant transpiration. So if you have a lot of foliage in your 100-gallon pot, and there's a lot of big, broad leaves in there that are transpiring, you might go back to watering twice a week. Depends on how much plant matter is in there. But if you don't have a lot of plants in there transpiring, and if you have small plants especially, you might water that thing and not water it again for close to a month.
Yep. It
I can
definitely
I can
depends
see
on.
it staying moist enough for at least the first 3 weeks of an autoflower's life.
Now, something you want to understand too is if they're adding biochar, biochar holds moisture. So that again, that took me from watering every other day to watering every third day in, 5-gallon pots.
Yeah, that's another
Un-
good point. It really is going to depend a lot on the porosity of your soil and what your water holding capacity is.
Yep. Yep. And you can't just set it. You're running a living soil. Can I give one little tip? Those really cheap soil moisture testers. I understand everybody. Yes, you know what? I have lifted that. I've grown grows with 500,000 pots in them. So I've lifted a lot of pots. I've got that idea down. I can reach in, grab that. Yep, nope, not water. Yep, yep. But I will tell you, when you're running a living soil, you don't ever really want to reach that total dry out point. So
No,
I'll tell you,
you want a level of moisture at all times and never over wet it because you'll drown all your little microbes and your plant roots.
start some
So
root.
as far as curing, I smoke it just practically fresh. And if I have enough and I can hang on to it, I'll cure it up after it gets here. Don't worry about curing it. But curing usually takes from 2 to 4 months to get a good long cure. You can quick cure in 4 to 6 weeks, 3 to 6 weeks.
If you're
You get it
really on the
done.
jar every day.
If you're on it and you open it quite often. Oh wow. I maybe shouldn't have done that in here. Yeah, these orange portal crosses are super loud, and these are not even the best ones. The best ones got pollinated for the back cross seeds. So I will be releasing some of these orange portal seeds slowly from now until the end, probably now until Christmas. It's going to take me time to go through and process the plants to get the seeds out of them, and then clean the seed, count the seed, separate the seed into good and grade A, grade B, all that good stuff. Um, I've only gotten 2 plants done so far, and they were plants. They were both for commercial seed to go to a commercial farm. So I don't have any for the website yet, but I'm going to start working on them in the next couple of days, and I should have the first one up probably. Black Friday is this next week, right?
We will.
Yep.
I should have them some up around Thanksgiving.
I definitely I need to make an order for my own personal self, but I definitely want to get some of your beans in the shop. We've got
Oh, nice.
some
Well, for sure, if you want to order something up, hit me up for that merchant code because you deserve the merchant code.
well,
Even
thank
if you're
you.
getting them for yourself, use your merchant code. I owe you for the
Yeah.
hotel stay.
Yes.
Oh, you're
Most
gold.
beautiful
I wish
sunlight
Yeah.
out there at the store.
Mm.
I wish you well you'll be back to see it again, but you should see it now that I've got all the 8-foot plants and stuff in there. It's crazy.
Oh,
It's like a
I
jungle.
can only imagine. I
I
can
got I got
only.
leaves. I got leaves on some monsteras and stuff that are like half your size.
Wow.
They've
Wow.
all been raised with same soil. I mean, nine out of 10 of my house plants are in old cannabis soil, and I mean old by then I've used it a few times, and I reamend. I always reamend with our biochar because I got all my nutrients in there. So
Hey, Troy. I just now seen you in here.
Troy's awake.
Troy's awake and Troy's in here. I
What's up,
sent you the
Troy?
link to jump in, Troy. All you got to do is jump in the studio and we can drop a link and talk about Grower Social. I got about 10 minutes, 15 minutes left. Rhodes says she's going to Green Wednesday the day before Thanksgiving. Green Wednesday instead of Black Friday. It's Craft Cannabis Day in New York, and all the dispensaries are getting in on it. So I second the idea of Green Wednesday, and I shall also observe Green Wednesday with you. I think that sounds awesome and amazing, and we should
We're
definitely start
doing we're doing
pushing.
Green Saturday the day after.
Are you doing Green Saturday?
Yeah, we're doing a
We did.
class with we're calling it Plant and Wax.
Yeah.
It
It'll be a
is
plant and
awesome.
wax.
Can you see that?
They can kind of see it. It's little though. If you're watching on your TV, you just saw a gorgeous sunset from Clayton's place.
I'll post it right now, actually.
Yeah,
There he
sunset.
comes.
Now that the corn and stuff's all gone.
There's Troy.
What up, buddy?
Hello.
So you will get mushroom growth in your pot, Sean. Maybe not the kind of mushroom that you're thinking of. But when you have good organic soil and it's working, you do have mushrooms pop up.
I have mushrooms
So
in my house.
yes.
Yeah.
And your canopy doesn't have to be thick or shady. They pop and they're there for a day. Mushrooms grow pop up and grow in open fields, so they will still pop up and do their thing. Yeah, if you see random mushrooms popping up, that means you have good mycology and you're doing well. But you still may need to add some bacteria back to that soil, but using some biochar will do that for you.
Yep. I get pretty much harmless, and I mean harmless by non-edible, but you know, a lot of the mushrooms that'll grow out of the soils these days, especially bag soil, they're pretty harmless soil mushrooms, but they're definitely not edible. So they don't hurt nothing. Let them go through their cycle. They'll be down.
And it's not in theory. It happens, and especially when I did the hay bale gardening or the straw bale gardening, mushrooms grow all out of the sides and the out from underneath, and mushrooms go crazy in the hay bale and straw bale gardens. Welcome, Troy.
What's up, Troy?
What's up, Troy?
Oh, we don't hear you, Troy. That's unfortunate.
Can I tell you?
Different microphone? He turned his microphone off. He turned his microphone on.
I love technology sometimes.
Oh,
Yeah, that's all I do. I just back out.
Device is not connected. All right. Well, he may be back.
I love
Is bio? No. The biochar is not the same as recharge. Biochar is the house and occupants. Recharge is just the occupants.
yes.
Is that a good way to put it, Clayton?
Yeah. Recharge biochar is carbon. So recharge is a manufactured combination of different plant foods. It's
You
just
got
two different.
sound. I hear the echo.
Can you hear the echo now? Yeah, I had a real bad echo before. I don't know what's going on.
It's real quiet. You'll have to move it closer.
Hello? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Can you hear me?
Barely.
Barely.
I got everything turned up. Sorry.
I'm
All right,
already
try
deaf,
now.
so
Me too.
I fixed
it
you.
is.
Now you're loud enough.
Good deal. Okay. Sorry about that.
Hey, no problem.
Yeah, we had a
Just
7-hour live last night, so oh man, I was up most of the night.
it's 7-hour live stream.
Yeah, it was long.
Yeah. We'll have a meeting about that later.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it was long.
It most definitely was long. But
Oh,
we've only got 5 minutes here left on the show. So do you want to let everybody know about Growers Social? I don't know that Clayton knows about Growers Social yet. Do you, Clayton?
No, I haven't. It's good to say howdy, man. I haven't really talked to anybody in quite a minute since they gave me the old shit can.
yes,
Well,
glad to see you're back,
that's
Phil.
why it might be awesome to have you over there because then we can at least talk during the day.
Right?
Troy, let
Without
yeah, fill them in, Troy.
yeah, Clayton, you should go over and check it out. It's growersocial.com, and it's just it's a old school type of thread. You know, what what do you call it? Website or whatever. But yeah, we're gonna be doing seed testing on there, and I'm doing our giveaways and our reviews and everything over there. And we're gonna have a mushroom section. Maybe we need a biochar section over there. But I will
I
send you the
just
link
put
for it. You can definitely check it out, man.
cool.
Yeah.
Like we still have TO Organics on Facebook, but I like that's through a moderator. They booted me out of everything. So
Good boy. Yeah.
so if you
I'd be
really need
glad
the
to get
message,
back in again because they finally let me back in. But
did
I'm glad
they?
you got
I
Theo
haven't
again.
even tried. I've been learning YouTube and learning TikTok and
There you go.
Lemonade.
That's
I'm
not
just
a bad idea. Yes. Are you on Discord?
nope. We are
That's
on
another
Rumble.
real good one.
I
So,
heard that's a good one too. I got to learn these couple first, buddy. I'm telling you, it's like
no, I
teaching an
know.
old
Yeah, it
dog.
takes a little. It takes a little. We're actually going to do a video this week. We're going to do a live video, just like a 2-hour live video. People can pop in and out when they have time or whatever. But if they have any questions about the site, we're going to do like a on-screen tutorial walkthrough and everything, and show people how it really is so easy to use. It's overly
Cool.
simple. So yeah. We might even do the same thing for Discord because there's a lot of people that are kind of confused on how it works. But yeah, once you get we're going to have to spread our wings and reach out to other platforms because Instagram and Facebook, they're just not going to do it for us. So,
It's
but
been neat getting out and meeting some other people. So it has, you know.
I
absolutely
don't want to be a criminal.
right, exactly.
I don't even want to be a social media criminal, okay?
And it's just
I don't want to be
all
an
the hate
outlaw.
bullshit on Facebook. I'm done
I'm
with it.
absolutely happy
Yeah.
to,
All three of us on social media criminals.
right. I'm perfectly happy to be an outlaw, but I don't want to be a criminal.
Right.
Yeah.
I go live once a week, Sean. Once a week here over on YouTube, pretty steady, unless I'm out of town or on the road traveling. And then I try to do a few other live streams or uploads during the week. But generally,
Discord. Yep.
Saturday and Sunday, we also do Discord. We do the Growers Social. I'm over on Plant Track.
Discord.
Yeah, lots of Discord stuff. A little bit of Instagram, not a lot.
And NancyZone.com, of course.
And nancyzone.com, of course, is where I'm at with the seeds. And get in on the buy one, get one today if you can. A lot of stuff is almost sold out, and when it's gone, it's probably gone because I'm on to working back crosses and new projects.
Yep. That's exciting.
I got to find more new terpenes and more new cannabinoids, and I want to play more with the freak shows. And but I did want to throw up the Grower Social here, and right here in the very first thing you come to are your forums, and there's a little welcome section going on. And I posted today. It's right here. Is the post that I put up
Nice.
for this YouTube with a little link. Looks like you can just click it right there on Grower Social and start watching a little link.
Hell yeah.
Looks like you can just click it right there on Grower Social and start watching a little link.
Hell yeah.
Looks like, so if you happen to be over there on Grower Social right now looking around and you don't want to miss the YouTube, you can watch the YouTube stream directly from the Grower Social.
That's killer. I'm almost added that for you today. That's cool.
I don't know, but I posted it over there and we just went and checked and it had the play button, so I hit it.
Good deal. Heck yeah. Yeah. That's good.
I think it's part of that whole feature for the forums, though. That
Okay.
you can add videos and stuff up there, and you can add links.
Yep.
And the reason I think it's playing is because we are actually still live. I think once we're not live, it would start over at the beginning.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
cool.
I'm glad. I'm glad your food got there. And yes, we all love a few little silly shrooms. Silly shrooms are awesome.
Yeah, we had a bonfire last night. It was amazing.
Yeah, your birthday party, right?
Yeah, I missed your birthday party. I was sick as a dog this weekend.
Yes.
It was,
Well, happy birthday, Clayton.
thank you.
Oh, those are very nice.
Turning 21 again.
Right on. Me too. Forever 21.
Wouldn't that be great?
Whose plans for those? I don't never get to see. I can't see on this side. I tried to get it up on. I wasn't prepared.
That's
I
why
just
I'm telling you, you got to go sign up at growerssocial.com, and it's all just us growers with
Simple.
our grows.
15 seconds.
Yeah, and it's just going to have links that you click on, Clayton, and you can look at different, there's subcategories, inside the subcategory, there's more threads. Yeah, you just kind of click around and make comments. You can't really post anything in the wrong spot. It's just, yeah, it's
not showing me these
learning it myself as I go.
logged in.
Yeah.
It won't show me these pictures because I'm not logged in. So you got to, this is me looking around without even being a member.
Okay, good deal. Yeah, so it does show you quick. You
don't
can't
have
comment.
to go look around. You can go look around without signing in.
Very good.
But there is a little Nancy's own section.
And it literally only takes about 30 seconds to sign on. Check you, and you get a confirmation email, and then you're in.
Yeah.
Nice. I will definitely check it out.
And we got some contests going on. We got we're giving away some finishing bars from Moe's Lighting for referrals. We got we're going to have the Easy Plug contest coming up pretty soon. It's basically going to be our solo cup version of the Easy Plug. They've got an Easy Plug. It's about that big. And yeah, we're just going to do autoflowers in it. Starting on January 1st, so that's going to be a fun one. But yeah, lots of testing opportunities, giveaways, reviews. If you're interested in trying some samples that I've got and posting reviews for us, all sorts of stuff over there. And plus the freedom to post what you want to post.
Yeah, there'll be exclusive stuff over there. Exclusive strains, exclusive testers, some cool stuff over there that's just for those folks. Because there's stuff I have limited quantities of, such small batches that it's fire, but I don't have enough for everybody. So we're gonna get some of that stuff out to the folks that are actually really, really serious about it.
Very cool.
Yes, Rose, I'm working on learning my mycology right now and growing a few. I'm working
that's right.
I'm
That's
working
cool.
on my situation. They were doing pretty good, so we'll see here in another week or so what's up.
We've got a couple of mushroom experts too that are going to come in and kind of help us with the mycology section. So I don't know much about mushrooms, but I'm interested to learn.
Yeah, it's going to be super cool.
It's a whole reset.
Yeah,
What's that?
reset. I just need a microdose. I don't need to see the matrix.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Right.
Tracers are fine.
Well, Well, thank you guys both for coming in tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to add something good to your soil today.
To your organics.
Awesome, Sean. Awesome, Sean. Catch us on the next one. I actually should be live. Today is Sunday, right? Yes.
Yes.
I should be live Wednesday night for the Wheel of Fire over on Discord. If you don't know about our Discord, hit me up somehow. Make a comment on this video on YouTube after the video, and I'll make sure that I can get you post up a link for you to use to join up with our Discord. And come join me for the Wheel of Fire. See if we can fire off some beans.
Yeah, it's kind of cool over on Discord when we do the live video. Everybody gets a chance to be on video if they want, or they can be off of video. But yeah, it's a smaller group and it's a close bunch. It's fun. You should definitely check it out.
Come show your grow, or you can sit in the background. You don't have to talk. You can talk if you want. It's really cooled off. Let me get it really quick for you here, Sean. I'm going to go in as fast as I can and throw up a link, because the link won't stick around after the live.
How was the bazaar today?
Busier today than it has been since we started.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this link is only good for 7 days. So anybody who's in here wants to get in on that Discord for Wednesday, go ahead and copy this link for Discord. I'll throw it up on the screen so that it shows up on the video. If you're rewatching, you'll have to type it in. But it's only good for 7 days, so use it quickly.
I wish I was computer enough to be. If I touch this right now, I'll lose you guys all. I gotta wait till
I know. And they've changed StreamYard too. It looks like a little bit. I see here.
They have changed it a little. They have, but you can unchange it. They have. There's a lot of spots where you can go back to. Like I took out that preview because it was showing you the 2 different layout previews. I took out the other layout preview and made it look kind of a little bit more like what I'm used to. So
okay, yeah, I was gonna say it makes everything a little smaller now.
Yeah, so I can get in here pretty good. Let me move this. Oh no, I can't really be in there, but
You guys want to hear something neat real quick?
Yes.
I know you're about to get towards the organic side of things. We got a contract with a large recreational grow.
Nice,
and
dude.
they do like 20,000 a run in these year-round greenhouses. So they gave us a 400 plant trial.
Oh wow, what state?
Nice.
Here in Missouri.
Nice, dude. Very cool. You able to get to the farm, check it out yourself, visit it yourself?
Yeah.
Very cool. Man, that'd be cool. Hell yeah, dude. Congratulations.
We're coming up.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
It's cool to see that they're caring about the cannabis. You know what I mean? It's either that or they're learning you can reuse the soil.
Absolutely. There's money to be saved there. Absolutely.
So I don't know if you guys can see, but over on the Discord, there's all the different lines. I'm in the Garlylocks right now. I'll switch over to the orange portal. It's where you can post up what you've grown. There's a nice orange rum dosey dub.
Can they see that?
Yeah, I'm sharing the screen.
That's cool.
So many pretty buds, so many pretty plants.
So yeah, when you go over and join Discord, Clayton, you can either build out your own Discord, so you can do that in time. But even if you create a Discord, you can use your Discord just to go to other people's Discords and interact with their people and stuff like that. And maybe like if I'll send you a link to mine as well, and I'll create you a little TO Organics tab. You know, you'll scroll down, you'll be under the vendors. Nancy's in there, Mo's in there. So I'll put you under our featured vendors tab. Yeah, and you just kind of come in and post up, say hi, and you'll see it just automatically. People start commenting and engaging with you, and it just kind of takes off. You'll see it's very simple. And then if you ever need help, whatever I can help you with your own. We can set up some categories and different different categories that you want people to talk about or whatever. Yeah, it's very simple to set up. So yeah, don't be scared of it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, you gotta get out of your shell. They're not time consuming. You're not gonna spend all day on Discord. Well, you might if you start getting into some.
Once you get but you'll see when somebody posts something new, it's highlighted. You can click on it, and you either comment, like, or share. There's a lot of stuff you can do on there.
But it's not scroll addicting. So you can get in there and you can target what you like.
You can catch up and you can get out. Yep.
See what you want to see and then leave. You don't have to scroll through everything to see what you want to see. It's pretty cool actually. And the Grower Social is much the same way, where it's forum based. You can go in. You only have to participate in the topics you want to talk about. If you're not interested in something, you don't even have to click on it.
Yep.
Cool.
Well, thank you guys so much. They're closing up here for tonight at 6 o'clock. Actually, a little bit more than 6 o'clock. But I appreciate you guys all coming, and I appreciate everybody supporting me over there at nancyzone.com. You literally, you're how
And
I
check
live.
out, is it toorganics.com?
TEO
Yep.
organics.com.
Very
Organics with an X, is that right?
Yes, organics with that.
Organics with an X. So check out TEO, check out Grower Social, and check us out over on Discord as well. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Nancy.
Good to see
Nice to see you, Clayton.
Good to see you, Troy. Let's talk, buddy.
Yes, let's do it.
Take care, Troy.
All right, Tom, we'll see you guys soon. Thank you very much.
Hey, everybody.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Bye, Nancy. Later, Tom.